Hey, this is Mr. This is an introduction to Unit 3.3. We're going to be dealing with ratio and proportion a lot in triangles. So I thought I would look at that with you. This might be a little bit of a review, but it may be helpful. So I've got two triangles over here. I've got a triangle with side lengths 3, 4, 5, and then with side lengths 6, 8, 10. And we're going to set up some proportions so you can kind of see what's going on here. So I'm going to do, let's just do some black. A small triangle over large triangle. Well, small triangle, let's start with 3. And the side that corresponds to 3, that's the small side, is 6. So 3 over 6 equals, let's go 4. And the side that corresponds to 4 is 8. If you didn't know that and you knew the triangles were similar, you could say put an x there, and you could kind of solve using cross multiplication or any other method. So there's 4 over 8. And then finally we have 5 over 10. 5 over 10. Now this is called an external ratio because we're taking a leg from the small triangle and a leg from the large triangle, a corresponding leg from the large triangle, and we're dividing them out there. Okay, now there is one other variation on this. We could say a 6 over 3 equals 8 over 4 equals 10 over 5. Either way works. So if you set it up with a large triangle on top or the small triangle on top, it doesn't make much difference. You're still going to get some equality statements here that are true. Okay, let's look at the internal ratios of a triangle. This is a little different. So I have listed long leg over short leg. So we're going to go long leg, and let's just make this a right triangle and this a right triangle there. So we know what the hypotenuse is. So long leg, we have long leg of 8 right here. Long leg of 8 and short leg of 6 right there. We're using the same triangle. We've got 8 over 6. And if we know that it's similar to another triangle, then we can say a 4 over 3, long leg over short leg, equals 4 over 3, like that. And this is kind of interesting here. We've got 8 over 6 equals 4 over 3. I'm trying to look up here and see which one. Notice they have the same numbers here as they have here. We still have 8 on the top and 3 on the bottom. What happened with the 4 and the 6 here? What happened with the 4 and the 6? Can you see how they traded places? Now, if we were to cross multiply in either of these, we'd get 6 times 4 equals 3 times 8. And this one would get 8 times 3 equals 6 times 4. So the same exact things. So that's why this internal ratio can work, because really we're just switching these two right there. We're switching those two, and that doesn't make a difference with cross multiplication. Okay, let's take a look at the hypotenuse over the short. Hypotenuse would be 10. So 10, and this is an internal ratio, so over 6 equals 5 over 3. 5 over 3. And again, you could compare this one. We have, I guess you would have these two right here. That first and last one, 6 over 3 and 10 and 5. You're just switching out the 6 and the 5's all you're doing. Okay, hypotenuse over long. So we got 10 over 8 equals 5 over 4. 5 over 4. And here you're switching these last two here. You're switching those two there. Okay, let's see what we can do with a little bit of practice here. I've got two triangles. We know they're congruent because they have two pairs of corresponding angles that are congruent. And let's take a look here. 5 is definitely the shortest side, 12 is the next shortest, and then whatever this one is, that's the longest side. So we've got, let's just call this a short. This is the medium side. This is the median side. This would be a long side there. Okay, let's see. We need to set this up maybe 4 different ways. Let's start with some external ratios. So you're going from one triangle to the other with the ratios. So you could say 15 over what? 15 is short, so 15 over 5, because that's the other short, equals x over 12. X is the medium, over 12 the other medium. X over 12. We put the big triangle on top and the little triangle on bottom. And let's just cross multiply. 15 times 12 equals 5 times x. And we end up with, if we did that, something like 36. X would equal 36. Okay, let's look at small triangle over big triangle. Small triangle over big. This time we have 5 over 15 equals 12 over x. And if we were to cross multiply, we get 5x equals 12 times 15, which is the same thing over here, so x equals 36 again. Okay, those are your two external ratios. Let's look at some internal ratios. So let's go 15, that's the short side, over the medium side. 15 over x equals, short on the little one is 5 over 12. Cross multiply, we get 15 times 12 equals 5x. Same exact thing as we've been getting. And finally we can go medium over short. And it's just going to take the reciprocal of these. So x over 15 equals 12 over 5. Cross multiply, 5x equals 12 times 15 again. So hopefully this is helping you. Hopefully it's opening up some ideas as to how to set up some proportion problems here in the near future. Thank you.